Hey everybody, welcome to episode 7 of The Unknown Room, and we're joined by Ariane Lipski, who is fighting Molly McCann June 22nd on the ESPN Plus card in South Carolina. How are you guys doing today?
Good, and you?
Pretty good. And this is a pretty exciting moment because this is one of your first interviews in
Yeah.
English.
Yes, I am nervous. I'm not much excited. Sorry. Okay, let's go.
All right, well, there'll be nothing to worry about. So
Try to do the best.
we'll do the best we can. So my
Yeah.
first question for you right off the bat is you're from the legendary town of Curitiba, Brazil, which has produced many MMA legends. So what was it like for you growing up there?
So there are a lot of gyms, and I could to start and to train when I was young, 16 years, and I think that was very important for my career. Now,
Yeah. What were some of the things you liked doing as a kid?
sorry.
Some of the things you liked doing as a kid, like
Se você gostava de
activities.
fazer quando
Uh,
você era mais nova.
mm, I don't know. All of my life, I like the same thing is tweet. It's my preferred thing for to do it all of my
She
life.
loved it a lot.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big problem to us, but she can control this now. She's a big athlete and she can control this now. But especially when I am together.
Yes, yeah, it's hard for me.
And what's some of your favorite foods that you like to eat?
It's chocolate, of course. Chocolate, my favorite food. I can do it that it all day.
All right, now let's get into some of the questions that I have for you for Molly. So, scrolling down your Instagram, I've seen that you always show a lot of your respect to all of your opponents. You never really are one to, you know, disrespect them or try to say anything to get like fights like that. So, is that something that you feel with Molly too? The respect is still there for her?
Yes, of course. I have respect with all my opponents. I know how hard it is to be a MMA fighter, and I think for my opponent is the same thing. So that's it. I respect all of them.
And how do you feel about going into this fight? Because your first fight in the UFC was with Joanne Calderwood, which is a really big name. So, do you still get that nervous feeling going into your second fight?
Um, I wasn't nervous in my first fight. Was I think it was about time. I was 1 year outside of the cage, and was my first time in UFC. I it's different now. I'm prepared. I'm more calm. I'm more confident, and this fight will be different.
And as far as the matchup against Molly, what do you think the key is to victory against her? And can you see yourself maybe attacking that eye injury that she had from her last fight?
Oh, you're
No,
a bad guy.
no. I want a fair fight. I think the key for the victory is because I can to finish the fight with my hands, with my legs, or by submission. And usually Molly win by decision. I think that will be different.
The
In
difference.
that will be the difference. Difference. Sorry.
You understand the
Yes,
difference.
I understand.
Yeah.
The fans
That
will
hard for
understand as well.
to
Yes,
get the win.
yes. And so, if you were to beat Molly, where do you think that takes you in the division?
Mm, I don't know. Think about the rank now. I just think to win. My focus now is win Molly, and after this fight, we think about Hank or the next opponent. Now I just want to win, and that's it.
All right. Let's get into a few more questions I have for you because I was on your Instagram and I see that you're always training different techniques. He's on your Instagram a lot as well too. Which is your favorite part about training, and what are some things you do while you're training um, that we haven't seen yet in the octagon in your fights, like some maybe cool tricks?
Uh, my favorite part of the training is when I'm learning a new techniques and I can do this in on sparring. That is that is amazing for me. Um, and for this fight, and after my last fight, I'm come back for the gym and I'm improve my grappling game, my stand up game, and I'm very excited for to show how we are working. We
How
work
hard
how
we are
hard we are
we are
hard.
working.
And
Yeah, we are working very hard for this fight. Yeah, she will show a lot of new tricks for the
Yes.
fans.
nice. And we know that you spent a lot of time also at KSW. Tell me what that promotion means to you still to this day.
Mm. Oh, guys, that was an important part for me in my career. There I came to know I could to know a part of my roots because my second name is from Polish, is Polish name, and I knew good peoples, and I could fight with good fighters, and I think this prepared me for to come to UFC.
And who are a few of your favorite fighters of all time? Maybe some people you watched looking up to, or maybe some people that you fight like today, maybe.
S- s- uh, Sorry.
Ele perguntou quem que são os
Okay.
lutadores que você mais gosta de
Of course, my head coach
Mhm.
Renato Rasta, my favorite,
Yeah.
and Chris Cyborg. There are my favorite fighters, and but I have another fight I like Anderson Silva, Shogun Rua, McGregor. Um, I think that I have a lot of
She
fighters.
likes more than the strikers.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And then also on your Instagram, I seen an interesting picture. I seen there was a photo. It looked like you were holding a big gun with like a tank behind you. What was that? Tell me what that was and what were
She's
you
dangerous,
doing?
man. Yeah, in US she's very dangerous.
Oh my god.
Your dog, she can shot everybody.
So was my birthday after my last fight. I was a little sad, but I received a message and I had the opportunity for to learn uh, to learn to
How to
shoot how
shot.
to shoot in the helicopter and to como é que é? Canhão.
I don't know. That that
That,
that big gun.
that big,
I don't know.
Yeah. I
How
don't
to
know what
shot.
that thing was, but it was
yeah.
big.
Yeah, very big.
Yes.
Shotguns and big guns. Yeah,
I,
that's
I
crazy.
I just was having fun.
Yeah,
When I saw it, the first thing I thought was I was like, "Wow, this Queen of Violence nickname."
yeah.
That's it.
Like maybe you could do that in a movie someday or something like
Yeah,
that.
yes,
Okay,
one
maybe.
day, maybe.
She's waiting for the invitation.
Yes. First, I need to improve my English, of course.
And who are some of your favorite training partners that you have while you're training?
Mm,
Seriam parceiros favoritos no treino.
mm. I like all my partners is important for me, but I had a girl. It's she with me of the begin.
Yeah.
Of the begin, her name is Karin Fernandes, and I think she's a very good
Yeah.
person and is a very good fighter too, and I think she will be a good career in the
In pro
future.
MMA. Yeah, he's
Yes,
another student. They are very close. They are very close friends, and
yes.
they have a very good relationship and train together all day in Brazil. And maybe in next year you will know a new fighter that I am
Yeah.
producing.
Which is what
Yeah.
I was gonna ask that next. I was gonna say, Was there anybody at the gym that maybe we will see in the UFC in the near future? Any other names you can think of, or
I think Karin Fernandes is her name.
yeah? And
Yes.
do you like training more with men or more with women?
Mm, with women, I think is more similar, but if sometimes the girl, sometimes it's hard
find.
to find another girls in the same weight. If don't have, I will I train with men, of course.
Yeah. It's hard training with men, but sometimes I need to put her in troubles, you know.
Yeah.
It's good to improve her mind, but for sure, girls is the best.
Yeah.
But sometimes need the guys too.
And then we have two more questions for you before we
Oh,
get out of here. The first one is, what's your favorite kind of chocolate?
oh, it I don't know.
Whatever. All them.
It's hard. The question is hard, right? I don't know. It's
Milka.
Milka. Milka is my favorite. Recheado, você sabe como fala?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
With Oreo.
with Oreo.
Oh, yeah, I know
Oh
what you're
my god,
talking
that
about.
is my prefer. Yes.
Yeah, it's her favorite. Yeah.
Yes.
And the last question before we get out of here is, when I scroll down Twitter and I'm reading everyone's comments, everyone loves your fashion style. Where do you think you get your fashion from? And who do you think has the best sense of fashion at your gym?
Da onde que você. Todo mundo acha que você é muito elegante. E da onde que você tira, você acha que tira o seu estilo?
It's
E quem que você
natural. I think science since here. I don't know.
He was born with this.
I just was born like I don't know, but he helped me a lot. A lot is really with my style. I'm learning how to to
Yeah, to show
to
her
show.
soul
Yes.
with her style. Yeah.
And
Did you-
how do you find the process of learning English? Do you think it's very difficult? Is it?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it's very hard. It's very hard. In Brazil, we, we don't have we don't learn another language too much, and I'm start to learn English 1 year ago, and one time for week
once a week?
once a week. So it's hard for to learn and improve. But now I'm in New Jersey, and it's more easy. I think I'm learning a lot here.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's better
Yes.
to learn because we practice all day. Every day we need to talk with somebody, and we are improve our English here. She's getting better and better.
The next time I will be better. I promise. Okay, I promise.
Yeah, we will talk again after your fight. But before we get out of here, is there any sponsors, fans, coaches that you would like to thank before we get out of here?
Yes.
Quais são
Ah,
seus patrocinadores que você quer falar e agradecer?
so social.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to
I want to say thank you to my sponsors, Social Queen, Muscle Meds, and I have a lot of my sponsors is like is partners, and I don't know this. My team, of course, Hastai, and my team of Jiu-Jitsu, Checkmate, Model Skin.
Social Queen.
Já falei.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Social Queen, Muscle Meds, Carnivore, Rock Solid Krav Maga is helping us in our training camp here in New Jersey. And Model Skin is the girl who did her clothes. And and we are talking and closing a good deal with this brand, Malka Sports.
All right, Malco Sports.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. Thank
All
you,
right.
guys.
All right. So there you have it, everyone. There it is, Ariane Lipski, who will be taking on Molly McCann. We wish you the best of luck, and maybe we'll get that Milka sponsorship for you, so you'll have as much chocolate as you want after your fight.
Yeah. No.
Yes, please.
Just money. Just give money. No other
Just
chocolate. You will kill my student. Bro.
I want a chocolate. For me, it's good, okay?
We will get you some chocolate. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Shocked if this fight went the distance.
Unknown MMA. Everything you don't know about MMA.